Hi, I'm John Thum, Police Chief in Sioux Falls.
Hey, I'm Nick Cook. I'm the Assistant Police Chief in Sioux Falls.
Just recording a video. We wish we could be there today, but both Nick and I are traveling with our kids for sports, which is a common theme this time of year. But we still wanted to say a few words because Camp Judson means a lot to us, and we wanted to really take hold of this opportunity. And interestingly enough, if you don't know, Nick and I have been friends since about 5th grade. Well, that's when I first came to First Baptist Church. And the first event that we really had that solidified our friendship was at Camp Judson right after I came to First Baptist. As junior campers, we went to Camp Judson. We were in different cabins, but quickly started hanging out and started building our friendship from there. And here we are, I don't know how many years later.
Yeah, we're in our mid-40s.
We're mid-40s now. Still working together, still friends, and a lot of that foundation started at Camp Judson.
Yeah, and really that's where the basis of our friendship group started with his brother and several other pretty close friends at the time going out through high school. And that really became a staple of our relationships was Camp Judson for quite a big group of us. And it also became a place where we could meet back up with people across the state, build those relationships, kind of solidify our faith too at the same time. It was a very unique experience to be able to do that where you could bond with each other, bond with your counselor, and the rest of the camp at the same time.
Yeah, it was always the highlight of my summer, and I think back, and I was doing some math the other day, and outside of the homes I've lived in or the police academy in Pierre, I've spent more nights at Camp Judson than any other spot on earth, and I think that's why it's always so special to me, both as a camper, as a counselor, whether winter camp or working at middle school roundup or a variety of things, and it's been such a foundational piece of my life and one of those memories that I always come back to. And the experiences I had both as a camper and a counselor really helped form me from what I am today. And even my first opportunity, I always kind of joke, I was a middle school youth intern at First Baptist Church. I thought I was going to go into the ministry. Well, after working with middle schoolers for 2 years, I wanted nothing to do with ministry and went straight into law enforcement. But what I learned from that period too, is especially being a counselor out there, is the opportunity to lead young people, to speak into them, to really kind of let God work with your heart to what your message was in the moment. And that's something that I still do to this day. And again, I can't thank the camp enough and have such fond memories about it.
Yeah, and really, if you just look at the dynamic of the place itself, beautiful setting, beautiful property. Obviously, it's changed a lot since the late 80s, early 90s when we spent most of our time there, which kind of speaks to the importance of the place. It's beautiful. I actually stopped by there, showed my family a couple of years ago when we were out visiting my brother, who had just recently moved out there, and they were pretty in awe on what they've done out there. We were asked to speak of some experiences there. One question is if we've ever had a frightening experiences. Well, middle school, high schoolers, I guess we wouldn't classify them as frightening. Our parents might have. But, I mean, there's so many activities you can do. The hikes. At the time, Mount Baldy was one of our staples that we always did. Probably did some things we shouldn't have at the time, but,
yeah.
We had counselors there to wrangle us in and keep us in check, and everything was actually done safely and quite a bit of fun for the campers there.
Yeah, if you ever run into me in person, you can ask me about the time as a counselor. I lost 30 people on a sunrise hike to Mount Baldy. That's a pretty good story, but I'd take up all of our time. But I want to thank you for attending this event, for considering supporting Camp Judson for the mission for the next several years to come. There's young people right now more than ever who really need those types of experiences to build on and push them forward. And I think investment in camp and investment in this facility will pay dividends for years to come. So again, thanks for reaching out. I mean, we're honored to appear in this video for a place that's so important for us. And thanks for your consideration to this camp.
Yep, thank you.